Hey you guys, in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a little bookshelf tour and making some tapping and scratching sounds on book spines and just books in general. I have 3 different bookcases in my bedroom that I will be sharing with you guys today. So this is the first one. This is starting with the middle section of the bookshelf. It's got 3. And this is the second one. So we've got Song of Achilles, which is one of my favorite books. We've got Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Which I always think it's War of Worlds. I always forget the is there, but it's there. War of the Worlds. I who have never known men. I purchased this book. I started to read it and I just could not get into it. This is a George Orwell collection that I have tapped on, I think, twice before. It makes amazing sounds. I love it so much. Got a few Lovecraft collection books going on in here. Got New Moon, Tender is the Night, and Circe by Madeline Miller, who also wrote Song of Achilles, which is that blue book that we tapped on. She is currently working on her 3rd book, and I'm so excited to read that once it comes out, you guys. Coming back to Song of Achilles, trying to get this little bookmark out to make some sounds for you guys. My bookshelves, I have 2 proper bookshelves, and then I have one that's like kinda not really a bookshelf, but it's a shelf that I put books on, and I've just got so many. It's like I need another one, but I don't have room for another bookshelf, so you'll see that they're kind of like rows deep. Like each shelf has like 2. Like this one has 2. There are books behind this row of books that are hiding out that you can kind of see. Right there you can see like I have the Harry Potter series behind these ones. But yeah, this is New Moon that we are currently scratching on. This is my favorite book in the Twilight series. It's my favorite movie as well. Makes some nice sounds. I love the Twilight covers too. I think they're so gorgeous. The flowers they have on them. I keep coming back to this book, you guys. I'm obsessed with the way it sounds. I actually had purchased it because I wanted to read 1984, and the collection of all of George Orwell's books and like short stories was far more cheaper than just buying 1984, and I thought it was like a nicer cover too, so that's why I ended up getting that one. So George Orwell. The collection is called Visions of Dystopia. See, they're kind of like tight in there because there's just it's kind of overfilled, to be honest, so they kind of don't want to move, but this is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, the mother of horror, some might say. It's crazy, you guys. Have you ever thought about, or did you know, that when Frankenstein was published, like however long ago, women were like, I could be getting some of this wrong, but women were not allowed to publish books or be credited for publishing books. So when she published it, it was under her husband's name. It said like written by the wife of, and then it listed her husband's name. Like she was not credited with writing Frankenstein properly. And now it's like one of the biggest horror stories of all time. It's interesting. That was the middle section. This is the top section, which has some manga on it. These are my One Piece volumes, which I am behind now. I was doing so good about keeping up with purchasing the volumes as they were coming out, but I'm behind some. I'm not sure how far behind I am. I want to say maybe 3 or 5, I'm not sure. And you can see, like I was saying, there are like layers of books back there. Are you guys manga fans or One Piece fans? Definitely let me know. I've got most of the Wano collection for the volumes because that's when I got caught up with reading the manga week by week, was during the Wano saga, which was fun to be there when that was happening. And just because there's so many, like when you go in bookstores, you can't. So see, this is the New World, which was Whole Cake, and I think Dressrosa maybe was like classified as New World, and then there was the Wano. But because there's so many like One Piece volumes, when you go in stores, they only have like a limited selection, and it's normally like the most recent 10 to 15 volumes, so it's kind of hard to find previous arcs in One Piece. This is One Punch Man, which I actually don't read anymore, you guys. It was just becoming too much for me with all the rewriting and redrawing. Some of you might not know anything about what I'm talking about right now. So sorry about that, but yeah, I have most of the One Punch Man volumes, and then this is some Attack on Titan volumes, which I will show you more later on my other bookshelves, but Attack on Titan is a series that I actually own all of the volumes to. I have Attack on Titan, Haikyuu. I have all the Haikyuu ones, which you can kind of see peeking out back there. And I'll tap on some of that in a second. And another series that I will show later on. See, there's Haikyuu. My boyfriend actually purchased me all the Haikyuu volumes for my birthday, I think 2 years ago. I'm showing you guys like how there's just layers. It's pretty packed in here right now. So we've got some Sailor Moon back there as well. But mostly just One Piece. My favorite manga series, they don't sell the volumes in America yet, so I can't purchase this, so those are the ones I do have. Okay, this is the third section. Down here, we've got Akatar, Sylvia Plath, The Shining, Crime and Punishment. This is the Dante's Inferno collection. The Divine Comedy. It's kind of the same style book as the George Orwell one that I was tapping on earlier. This is Crime and Punishment. It's funny, when I met my boyfriend, at the time he was reading Crime and Punishment for school, so every time I think about Crime and Punishment, it reminds me of him, because I just remember that was something we talked about when we first started dating. Crime and Punishment. I love the cover for this book so much, and it makes really good scratchy sounds too. This is my copy of The Shining. And then we have the first two books in the ACOTAR collection. I was trying hard to get into the series, but I gave up for a moment and I'm reading something else right now. So maybe we'll come back to it in the future, maybe not. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. So yes, this is the first bookshelf. This is like an in-between. And then here is the second bookshelf I'll show you guys. So this bookshelf is purely manga books. This is the other series I was telling you guys that I own all the volumes to. The Promised Neverland. I was trying to count them, like 1, 2, 3, 4 for you guys, but then I realized they're just not in order, and I got to 4, and I was like, I don't know where 5 is. It's behind it. That's where it is. Packed to the brim, you guys. The Promised Neverland is really good. I actually have not read this entire series. I watched the first season of it and loved it, and I kind of got up to there in the manga, but I was gifted this for Christmas one year, so that's why I own it. I like the way it looks in this bookshelf though, all the white with the white wood. Here's my Attack on Titan. Once again, not in order. It was at one point in order. I remember that, but now it's not. I don't remember how I got to this point, but this little cloth is actually a print that I made in my printmaking class. Not sure what it's doing there. It's just hanging out for you guys. So we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and it's just not in order. They're all there, they're just probably behind them, hiding. Back to the first bookshelf, and then we're gonna pop over to my third. This is kind of the makeshift. Oh, this is the makeshift I was telling you guys about. Sorry, that's what when I'm saying I gave up reading ACOTAR to read another book. It's A Little Life. I'm rereading A Little Life. It's kind of like, you know those memes where it's like, this is my comfort character and it's the most traumatized character of all time. That's kind of me with A Little Life. It's a comfort read, but it's the most traumatizing thing of all time. So it's like, can you really consider it a comfort read? To most people, probably not, but to me, it is. So we've got, these are over here are little ceramic pieces that I made. I have so many ceramic pieces that I've made. And if you guys are interested in like a ceramic tapping video, definitely let me know and I can do that for you guys. Over here we've got, these are two like Beatles picture books. This one is Paul McCartney's picture book of when Beatles came to America that he published. And then beside it is another picture book of the Beatles. You got Ringo with a cigar, the peace sign, you know, as you do. And then also over here we have, this is In Memoriam, A Little Life, obviously. The Final Girl Support Group. This is, I have the first issue of The Walking Dead. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Scratching on the top of the books for you guys. I kept bumping into those ceramic pieces. I was hoping it wouldn't be too loud, but I don't think that it is. This book makes really good scratchy sounds, you guys. These are more ceramic pieces that I made. They're two mugs that stack on top of each other, and they're inspired by Keith Haring. And then next to these books over here, I have my vinyls. You could kind of see Mr. Styles poking out, looking at you guys. So I thought I'd tap on these two because the sides of these make really good sounds. I have two other like fully just vinyl tapping videos if you guys are interested in that, and I also have a manga tapping video, which was one of the first videos I ever made that you guys seem to like, so I was very excited that that was received positively. This is a Red Hot vinyl, their Unlimited Love album. We went and saw them in concert for their Unlimited Love tour. Such a good time. This is Amy Winehouse, her Back to Black album. Have you guys seen the previews for the Amy Winehouse biopic coming out? It's definitely interesting, to say the least. I had high hopes because I really loved the Elvis one that came out, and Priscilla was good, and now they're making like 4 different Beatles biopics that are coming out. So many biopics. It's the year of biographies, I guess. We'll see how those Beatles ones turn out. I'm not so sure. Back over to Mr. Styles. Those ceramic pieces, I kept just bumping them. And then back over to the books for you guys. I keep coming back to these like hardcover Beatles ones. I think they make really good sounds, especially with the back of the nail right there. Okay guys, that is gonna do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.